Hello everybody, it's Groovy Noob and welcome to a very somber episode of Timber and Stone. That, of course, is Ellie Wren, who is finally getting some sleep after the massive fight that she was sort of the hero of earlier this morning. So yeah, I just wanted to talk about the fight for a minute. First off, we've got the body, and I kind of considered leaving it out there as kind of a trophy. But then I figured, why don't we harvest it instead and see how many resources it gives us. So Just-in-Time's on his way to tackle this monstrosity. Whoop. 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 Okay, pause. We want to select him. There we go. He's almost finished. Check his inventory real quick to make sure he hasn't picked up anything else. Nope, just sweeten the hunting knife. Okay, and play. Let's see if he got anything. Nope. So apparently spider matriarchs don't give you anything. Other than, you know, in our case, 7 new corpses. Kind of unfortunate. So obviously we need to make some changes to our defenses. I mean, looking at that fight, I could have done a lot of things different, but honestly, I was so shocked by the fact that she was inside. It really came down to me not knowing that she could go through one-wide gaps. If I had known that, obviously, I would have done things very, very differently. For instance, let me just chop these real quick. For instance, that, of course, would not be there, and our builder's filling that in right now. There's another one-wide gap downstairs that's also going to get pulled down, or filled in, I guess I should say. Because they really shouldn't have been there in the first place. If I had had any idea that spiders could get through one-wide gaps, those would not have been there. That would not have been allowed. Yeah, other things I would have done differently. I mean, after we kind of came up with the strategy of having the spider lock on to Dorothy and you know, have the spider chase Dorothy around, we were doing all right for a while. I mean, we got 2 hits in with the ballista. Obviously the ballista needs to get stocked up. Now, during the battle a couple times I said, you know, she can crawl right over our spider edging, but upon reviewing the footage, I'm not entirely sure that that's true. We saw her come down off the ridge once, right there. But at one point, I'm fairly sure Ellie was on this side of the wall, right here, and the spider was on this side, and I'm pretty sure the spider was locked onto Ellie, but the matriarch could not get up and over the spider edging, so it just sat there along the side of the wall until we had Ellie come out. I could be wrong about that, but we never actually saw her cross the spider edging going up. So I think, and I could be wrong, but I think that the spider edging is probably still a valid strategy. We just need to complement it with the knowledge that I'm suddenly getting very nervous. Where's Justin? Oh, there he is. Yeah, he's still on our side of the river. He's alright. We just need to complement it with the knowledge that she can fit through one-wide gaps. So, this time around, what we're going to do is we're going to, well, we're going to fortify. We don't really need this pit area anymore. It's been sort of convenient, but definitely not worth it. So I've had our builder fill in the spots, and she should be done with that one down there by now too. Yep, it looks like she's got that filled in too. So at this point we're isolated on this side, and there is exactly one way in or out of Castle Pretentious, and that is through this gate. Which we should have known all along. I think our next step is going to be to fill in this doorway and these staircases, and what we're going to do instead is have scaffolding staircases that lead up and that can be torn down when things start looking dicey. So the spider will have access to this side but not to the inner area. So I'm going to go ahead and do that real quick off screen, and then we'll get back to it. Also today we're going to try to figure out how to even out some of the professions, because I mean right now we have 2 infantry and 1 archer, which takes us down to 8 units that have to do pretty much everything else. And we lost both our builders. Right now I think I've got Cole. I've got Cole the miner on building duty because he was a level 2, and customarily I take miners off duty because that's just where people get thrown when they haven't got anything better to do. Speaking of which, we might put Raft back on... Oh, nope, it looks like cannon fodder went off to get food or something. Oh, Justin, by the way, we need you back on farming. Cha. Whoop. Got some lag there for some reason. So we've actually got a lot of experiments to do. For starters, let's see, design. Before Cole makes it over here, doesn't really matter what I use. I've just got to make sure that this gets taken down, because we don't need that. Instead, what we might do is put in a castle gate right there. Now, I don't know exactly... Whoop. Says that's not... How does that look? Does that look wrong? Maybe that's wrong. Anyway, we'll play with it. Because we want to see if you can shoot a ballista through a castle gate. From what I've seen, mobs can't get in even when it's open for one of your soldiers. It's like a coated door almost. And if that's the case, it would be awfully nice to have a soldier standing there keeping the door open while the spider matriarch has to sit there and try and break it down. But to be fair, though, the other part about that is that spider matriarchs break down those doors way too quickly for comfort. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and do some redesigning, and we will be right back. Let's get to it. Alright, so check out our progress so far. We've got Cole filling in the holes that were left behind. Obviously those holes were built completely around the idea that the spider matriarch couldn't get through a one-wide gap. I still do wonder though, if you built a kill hole like this and put an archer behind it, would the spider matriarch be able to get through that? I kinda doubt it personally, but I'm not positive. So we've got that sealed off. Eventually we're going to come back here. We're going to build scaffolding up just like we have everywhere else. In fact, we might do that right now. Let's see. Design, build, with scaffolding. I think we've got 4 pieces left. Yep. Okay. Okay, and we're just going to swing around and maybe zoom in a little bit so we can see what we're doing a little bit better. And 1 up. That would allow somebody in, I think. And then we'll put another one right there. Yeah. Now, the reason that I'm removing blocks, there's this weird glitch with mob pathing that I discovered by accident and by sheer terror. We don't really need that anymore, do we? We'll leave it up just in case. Which was, I had wolves heading my direction, and this was before we built the spider lip. And there was a 1 block that would just allow them passage up, so I sent my builder over. I said fill in that block so it's too high. He did, but for some reason, I think since the wolves had already pathed over it, they came up and they just clipped right through that block. There was nothing I could do to stop them. So the reason I'm using scaffolding is because the reverse is not true. If they've pathed over a block and the block gets covered up, they'll still walk over it as if it was open. But if they path over a block and it gets taken out, they can't use it. So that's why we're using scaffolding. I think we might leave Raph and not Dorothy, cannon fodder on infantry. The funny thing is, cannon fodder was supposed to have a very short lifespan. I mean, you look at my infantry, they tend to not have a very long lifespan. Laura the Warrior died really quickly. Amisha of Blades and Nicole of Blades only lasted a couple episodes. Yeah, my infantry really don't have a very good track record. So I kind of put cannon fodder on it, and this is going to sound horrible, but obviously I don't want to lose any of my units. Oh, there goes that chicken. You know what, cannon fodder, as long as you've got nothing better to do, we might have her go over and take out that wolf. I really hope this isn't one of my plans that goes horribly, horribly wrong. Where is she? There she is. Oh, she's taking over ballista duty, it looks like. That's okay. We may have to work our... well, that's not too bad. Is he? Yeah, come on this way. We're gonna have her take on the wolf, and we'll double time that. Yeah, but like I said, I think it's kind of nice having at least 2 infantry, because that way I can have one of them manning the ballista bolt at all times, or the ballista at all times. Now, I think the way we've got it set up right now, there's only one way in and one way out, and that's that front gate, which is... oh, pause. Oop, okay. You... let's head up this direction instead. Okay, play. Okay, cannon fodder. Stop doing what you're doing, do what you want to do. Which I have a feeling will be attack the wolf. Yep, there we go. Good girl. Okay, report back to the ballista, I guess. Anyway, we've learned some things, and... oh, I didn't know those were uncovered. We can fill in some of this stuff, too. Let's see, we're using brick 3. We can fill in right there, and right there, and of course right here. Up. We haven't had any migrants in a good long while, and I'd be lying if I said that didn't make me just a little bit nervous. We're down to 11 units, which is honestly more than I thought we would probably ever have, but... and we managed to survive a spider matriarch attack, guys. You know, it really sucks that I lost so many guys while I was trying to fiddle around and figure out how to do this, but, I mean, we survived a spider matriarch attack. That's huge. I didn't even know that was possible with a little colony like this. Now, our next goal, here we get back to the regular programming. The next goal, obviously, is to take out the buried skeletal army. Whoop, not home, page down. It would be just great if we could take that out. And before we do that, we have a couple of wolf riders to take out, as well as a few wolves. Now the wolves themselves aren't a big deal. I mean, you saw how easily cannon fodder took out that one a moment ago. But the wolf riders are a little bit more tough. They move faster, and they're a little bit more directed. Which is why I can't just send a miner across and have them start digging up the skeletons. We've got to be a little bit more clever about this. I would also like to clear out the spiders that inhabit these woods. Like, there's one there. Theoretically, that's the whole reason we got a spider matriarch in the first place. By what I know, if there are 8 or more spiders, living spiders on the board at any given time, you stand a chance of spawning a spider matriarch. And we've got 1, and that one's alive, so 2, 3 and 4, 5, that's a wolf. That one's dead. That one's dead. Up 6 right there on the edge of the map. I don't see any on our side of the map. We've been able to keep our side of the map relatively clear of enemies. A wolf has been spotted by woodrape. Well, there's 6. Let's see where that wolf is. And where woodrape is, and where cannon fodder is. Woodrape's been told to carry a hunting knife at all times. He's taken out a wolf or 2 of his own. Oh, but that's... Oh, those are all dead. So he's got 2 after him. Let's see what his inventory looks like. His encumbrance is at 8.35. That's not good. He should have leather armor on. Okay, where's cannon fodder? Come on, lady. We need you down here. And maybe we can get... We just need Jim to get up far enough that he's out of harm's way. We're going to play this nice and slow-like. Go, Jim. Go, go, Jim. The weird thing is he has a hunting knife. You'd think that the axe would be more effective, but it doesn't seem to be. Oh, look, he lost him. Okay. Okay. Alright. Play on. Pause. Good, they're both on it. So do whatever you want, which I should be attacking these wolves. Alright, and play. Oh, he got her. Well, she didn't do very much damage. Oh, pause. Oh, he made it clear around. You need to come on down here so that Jim Woodrape is protected, and play. Pause. And you stop that and attack the wolf, and play. Yep, good deal. Not a big deal. You know, there was a time when seeing a couple wolves coming at me like that would have scared the dickens out of me. But I feel a lot more comfortable with them now. Now that I've seen what a bronze glaive in the hands of a level 8 infantry can do. Oh, and that's the other thing. We are completely out of armor. We have bucklers, and we have some weaponry, and we have the leather armor, and that is it. We lost all the rest of our armor, every scrap of it, during that battle. So, let's page up a little bit more. So, we're going to have to take Neville Wren off whatever he's doing right now. Oh, there he is. Yeah, he's being a miner, but he needs to come back and be a blacksmith, because we're going to need some more armor. I think 1 good suit of armor should do it if we rotate the guard. So we'll start there. Obviously it would be best with 3 suits. Maybe we'll just start with 3 sets of chest protection. And yeah, we'll go from there. Okay guys, I want to end the episode off with something fun. So we're going to kind of tease at any mobs along the shoreline. Okay, we need to pause it before she goes back to guarding that position with Ellie, and hopefully... Oh, she's only got 4 arrows, huh? Well, we'll worry about that later. For right now, though, we're going to see if we can at least do some damage to some of these mobs, especially the riders. Now, the plan is we'll stay right close to the shoreline, and if we see a rider, we pop off a couple shots at him, and then we dive into the water before he reaches us. That is the plan, and it's a dangerous one, but it should be a lot of fun if it works. Alright, let's get to it. She had 2 equip up. Alright, let's try this again. Just gonna kind of run her along the shoreline until we spot something that looks like it needs to be punished. What is she doing now? Okay, take 2. Alright, take 3 unless she decides there's something else she urgently needs to do. Oh, come on, lady. There's some wolves coming along the shoreline here. But I think she's a little bit more armored up. She's got a bronze chain shirt, which is nice. Can she handle 4 wolves? See, the problem with wolves is that they can swim. So I don't really want to mess with them. Because the warg riders she can get away from. The wolves, not so much. Unfortunately, both of the warg riders are over here past the wolves. So our brilliant plan is not working so well. Well, maybe we'll go up on that hilltop and see if we can get rid of that spider we saw. Let's page down real quick. I thought there was a spider up on the hill. Yeah, there's 3 of them. Now those guys we can probably get. Oh, keep going. Now when we get close to this skeletal graveyard, I'll show you the other reason we need to get rid of it. I want you to watch her morale as she approaches. Oh, it's already there. It goes full on horrible as she gets close. Yeah, you can see it, but unless you're going to do something about it, keep walking. So yeah, if you ever get a bad feeling about somewhere, just know there might be a skeletal army buried under your feet. Now, where were those spiders? We've got a live wolf. She can probably take on a single wolf. Oh, where are you going? Oh. Oh, I hate how much these guys have to eat. I wish there was some sort of... Like with sleep, you can tell them to wait until they're fatigued. I wish with food you could tell them to wait until they're ravenous or something like that. You know, just something to give you a little bit more to work with when you're trying to do battle across the river, so to speak. Alright, we'll double time that. Alright, take 4, and this one's looking a lot more promising because both of our warg riders are actually in the area. See if we can get their attention. Nope. It's like they're scared of us. They're scared of you, Ellie. It's the matriarch, Slayer. We must flee. Oh, come this way. I think we got one coming. Hopefully he doesn't change direction. They're like fruit flies. They just go whatever direction seems best. Okay, pause. Pause. You should probably stop doing what you're doing. And now play. Whoop. Yep, you've got one shot at this, Ellie, before I pull you, so take it. Oop. Okay, now you get to run. Crap, she's dead. And play. Nope, he missed her. Haha. Ooh. Yeah, he missed her. Okay, come on back. Oh, no, 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 no. Come on back. I changed my mind. Okay, come on back. Nope, swim. Ah. See, it's not that I like commanding this way, it's just what works best, you know? Come on this way. It's the only way to make sure that she doesn't get damaged while making sure that he does. Come on, Ellie. Whoa, Ellie. Oh, he's coming back. Whoa. We got the noise. Cause, okay. Now the problem is that now that his wolf is dead, he can follow her. But hey, she's a level 3. Okay. Which means we should probably get somebody out there to give her a hand when the time comes. Cannon fodder? I'm assuming that Raph went to bed. No, he's right there. What are you doing, buddy? He's just idling. Okay. You need to come around to meet Ellie, because she got herself into trouble. Okay. You come across the river and play. And if she reaches the other side before he does, there's always the possibility that she might get off another shot. So why don't you just come right here on the sand. Good. Oh yeah, she's swimming way faster than he is. Yeah, she might not need Raph to come. She might get this kill all on her own. And this is the advantage of having archers. No, where are you going? What is she doing? No, don't sleep just yet. Come here. See that guy? Helpless in the water? Get him. Uh-huh. And again. That was a perfect battle. So guys, I think we're going to close the episode out with that. Thanks for watching. Next time maybe we'll take out the other Wargrider. Peace, love, butterflies, and unicorns. I am out.